Hello guys, yeah, today is another wonderful day, and we are going to continue with what we started the other time. But today I will be talking to you about formal letters. Okay, formal letters. I've already made you to understand that we have different types of AC. Okay, we have different types of AC in our previous video. If you haven't watched that video, I want you to go and watch the video. Yeah, in our previous video, I told you about the different type of. I mentioned the different types of AC. Okay, so I said we have the argumentative AC, descriptive AC, narrative AC. There are many. Okay, and we started with one. That is the friendly letter, which is also called the informal letter. But today we are going to talk about formal letter. Okay, the formal letter. There is a difference between informal letter and formal letter. Okay, so we said that for the informal letter, it is usually written to people. Okay, at our ages, we write that letter to our friends. That is a friendly letter. We write it to our friends, and it is communicated in a friendly manner. Okay, yeah. But for formal letter, these are the letters that we write to our teachers, schools, okay, churches, to government or work organizations. Okay, yeah. So without much ado, I want us to start this video. So what is formal letter? So formal letters are special kinds of written messages that people use for official or important things. Okay, so formal letters are special kinds of written messages that people use for official or important things. They follow specific rules to make sure they look professional and serious. Okay, so they follow a particular rule. It has a particular rule that you need to follow to make it look official and serious. You might write a formal letter when you want to share important information. So if you want to share important information, maybe the effects of teenage pregnancy, or maybe crime, yeah, solution to the increasing crime rate in maybe Nigeria, Ghana, United States, any other thing, then you should use what? A formal letter. Do you understand? Yeah, so when you want to share important information, ask for something. If you want to ask for something, you still have to use a formal letter. Talk about a problem. If you want to talk about a problem, formal letter. Or say your thought in a formal way. Okay, so we use them when we want to talk to important people. So when we want to talk to important people like the bosses or people in charge, then you have to use the formal letter. Okay, so when we write a formal letter, we have to follow certain rules so that the letter looks proper and show respect. It looks serious and formal. Do you understand? So we have a particular structure and format or manner of writing what? A formal letter. Okay, so formal letters, like I said, it must follow a particular pattern to make it look serious or what? Important. Okay, so I want to talk about the various structure or the various parts of what? The formal letter. So the first thing we talk about is the sender's address. Okay, sender's address. Then it must follow with what? A date. So after the sender's address, date must come. The recipient address. Then salutation. After salutation, then the heading comes. After the heading, introduction, main body, conclusion and subscription. The last but one is signature, then the person's full name. Okay, so we are going to take them one by one. I've already explained to you what sender's address is when we're looking at the structure of what? The friendly letter. So sender's address and date. In letter writing, the sender's address refers to the complete address details of what? The person or organization sending the letter. Okay, so it is the complete address details of the person or organization sending the letter. So It is written at the top right corner of the letter, just like the friendly letter. So it's usually written at the top right corner of the letter, and it includes the sender's name. So whenever you are writing the sender's address, it includes the sender's name or the organization's name, sender's institution's name. Then postal address follows. Okay, so sender's institution's name, postal address, then the street's address, city or town too must follow. Okay, so including the sender's address is very important because it helps the recipient identify and respond to the sender effectively. So it will help the recipient know the one who sent the letter, so that he can respond to the letter effectively. And it also serves as a return address in case the letter cannot be delivered or need to be returned. Okay, so that's why we usually write the sender's address. Okay, here is how a sender's address is typically written. So like I said, it's usually written at the right corner. Okay, right corner or the top right corner of the letter. So the first thing is sender's institution's name, followed by postal address, followed by the sender's street or city. The last one is date. Okay, then the second point is recipient address. The second part or structure of the formal letter is the recipient address, the one you are writing the letter to. Okay, the one you are writing the letter. So you write the address of the person you are sending the letter to. Okay, yeah, so this includes their title, position, where they work, live, and their city. So this one too is written at the left hand side, right below the sender's address. Okay, but before that you have to note that date comes. Okay, you have to write the date right after the sender's address. So after the sender's address, the date will follow. Then on the next page on your left, okay, you also write the recipient address. Okay, so like I said, it includes the title or position, where they are working, and their city. Okay, so for example, the headmaster, Bon MAGHS, then PO Box 234 Bon. Okay, they have the salutation. A salutation is like a greeting at the beginning of the letter, like the greeting at the beginning of the letter. So we use a proper title and the last name to address the person we are writing to. So for example, dear Mr. Smith, dear Dr. Johnson. Okay, yeah, that is the salutation. We also have the body. Okay, the body must be written in paragraph. Okay, the body is where we write the main things we want to say. We organize our ideas in different paragraphs, like I said, each talking about a different point. So we need to make sure our paragraph makes sense and are not too long. You have to make sure that the paragraph makes sense and not too long. Okay, so we have better ways, some guides on how to write good body for a formal letter. Okay, so maybe you can begin the body of the letter with a clear and direct statement that sets the tone and introduce the main purpose of your letter. So it can be, I'm writing to bring to your attention the recent decline in attendance among junior high school students in so and so, or in ABCD high school. Okay, yeah, the next one, you have to present your main point. So for example, first, there has been a noticeable increase in the number of absences without valid reason. This trend not only affects the student academic program but also disrupts the learning environment for the entire class. Do you understand? Yeah. Then also, you have to provide supporting details, because whenever you are writing the body for a formal letter, you have to provide a supporting details. So for example, on average, our school attendance rate has dropped by 15% compared to the same period last year. Absenteeism not only affects the absent students' grasp of curriculum but also disrupts classroom dynamics and hampers effective teachings. Okay, so use of clear and concise language is also there. Okay, so you shouldn't use jargons. Okay, so whenever you are writing formal letters, use clear and concise language. Don't be using complex vocabulary that may confuse the reader. Okay, so for example, addressing this issue promptly is essential to ensure that the students receive the education they deserve and maximize their potential. Okay, then you can also maintain, and one thing about formal letter is that you have to maintain a respectful tone throughout the body of your letter. Maintain a respectful and courteous tone. Okay, note that the people you are talking to them are ahead of you. Okay, they are ahead of you, or maybe they are bosses or leaders in another organization. Okay, so I kindly request that the school administration, example, I kindly request that the school, use kindly. Okay, so I kindly request that the school administration takes immediate action to investigate the root cause of this decline in attendance and develop appropriate intervention. Okay, then you have to consider the reader's perspective. That is, understand the reason behind student absences, such as maybe transportation difficulties or health concerns. Can help tailor support and implement strategies to improve attendance rate. Okay, so use transitional words, phrases. So moreover, implementing proactive measures such as regular communication with parents, guidance, emphasizing the importance of attendance and providing incentive for improved attendance can contribute to reversing this trend. Okay, then let's go to the last point, conclusion. So the conclusion, you have to summarize your main point and restate your key message in a concise and impactful manner. So you can say that I strongly believe that by implementing these measures, we can reverse the decline in attendance, ensure the academic success of our students, and create a more positive and engaging learning environment. Thank you for your attention to this matter. So this is a very good example of what conclusion for what formal